I was called into work on my day off a week before I leave. So I work in the military. I was called into work by a text I got at 3 a.m. on a weekend to show up at 12 p.m. Generally speaking, unless previously specified with at least 24 hours prior notice. Working on the weekends is not really a thing one has to worry about unless it's one of those "we're going to war," or "someone came on base drunk, high and with criminal charges. Full recall time now" texts. Our weekends are protected like that. So I had just woken up and saw the text, "Be at work at 1200 to help do this task." I think, okay, well, I'm clearing this base in less than a week, so I have absolutely nothing in terms of gear to help out with heavy machinery we use for this task. I drive up to work in my civilian attire and am immediately questioned why I'm not in uniform. I explain I'm not supposed to work today, and that I basically have no gear for their task they want me to do. They, my immediate supervisor, say it's fine and I start to assist with the task. Cue malicious compliance. I do what's asked of me to the letter, and an officer, senior ranking soldier to most of the soldiers in a unit, asks me what I'm doing in civilian attire and why I have no gear. I address the situation and explain what I was told to do. I'm breaching several safety protocols by doing so without gear and proper uniform. So they begin to promptly flip out. They find out who asked me to do this and tell me to stop immediately and go home. I proceed to leave while I hear my supervisor get the reaming of a lifetime from this officer. Meanwhile, I'm walking away scot-free of any wrongdoing and continue to return to my barracks to enjoy my weekend. The aftermath of the situation is I am called by my supervisor and their supervisor to explain what happened, and so I do. Their supervisor chews out my supervisor and I'm released with an apology. This almost never happens in the military, and am left alone for the rest of my weekend, only being cleared to work if it's directly relating to my transfer. This takes immediate priority over any local work they need done, as everyone in my chain of command would be royally screwed over if I miss my transfer period or report date due to their incompetence. To anyone wondering, yes, I get paid a salary, so I will work 7 days a week if needed. But the rules and regulations regarding labor and non-emergency and scheduled work saved me from any wrongdoing here. I love my job and do it happily, but I also enjoy the little time I get off each week as well. To be called in for a routine task that I absolutely didn't need to be there for was over the top, unnecessary, and against Army rules when it comes to safety compliance and regulations. As I didn't have the necessary equipment to complete it safely. I do know what I'm doing, however, and can complete said task with nothing, but that's not something that the higher UPS wanna risk. Edit. Spelling. Sounds like you have already started clearing out processing. If so, your supervisor has no control over you since the command has cleared you for your departure. I would have texted back to contact your replacement since you are clearing post. I was riding a couch for nearly a month before I left on terminal leave. Quality time with my Vita. From an Air Force vet. Army, enough said. Bro, just a reminder, until you have that DD 214 in hand, they still own your ass. What would have happened if you called in drunk? Officer, we notified you 8 hours ago. When did you last have a drink? Quote. Op. 12 hours ago. Which doesn't have to be true. Officer. / Please fill in expected response. What non-military may not understand is, once you clear your command, if they get you hurt, and you can't make your travel orders to move, people get in trouble. Orders have to be rewritten. Flights have to meet changes. There's a whole bunch of stuff that would have to be redone if they got hurt after out processing. I get paid a salary so I will work 7 days a week. Yikes. I will never understand the whole I get salary so I work unlimited hours system. Ha ha ha. Your supervisor was acting the fool. He or she deserved to get reamed out for that foolishness. Your NCO was being a dick and his superiors knew it. Good on them for letting him know. I spent 25 years on active duty in the U.S. Army and I have zero idea what army you are in. K. Malicious compliance? R. Malicious compliance might like this also. Here, have a period, for your, the aftermath, paragraph. Ah, that good ol' military intelligence being displayed once again from the higher-ups. I would have showed up with a checkout sheet in hand and reminded them about ORM. Lucky. In the unit I was in, Fort Hood, 36 Eng. You couldn't do what you did. Your ass was working, in uniform, that day, on a 4-day weekend with no planned CQ or fire guard. And they ask for replacement? Yup. You were on it. Thank God I'm out of the army. Being in the military, you are to be considered, on duty, 247,365. They find it ironic how much the Army claims to care about the safety of the people they plan to send out as cannon fodder? I get paid a salary so I will work 7 days a week if needed. I don't see the connection between these two statements.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. RatAtck is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.